Budget 2025 is finally here. It's going to impact your savings, business and income tax. So in this video, let us understand why does this budget is really important for middle class, and what is the government strategy behind this budget, and what are the sectors going to benefit from this budget. Hello, I'm Sandy. Welcome to our channel. If you like my explanation, please consider subscribing. Let's get started. Before you're going to understand highlights of the budget, here are the things you need to understand first. First, you need to understand what is budget. A budget is a spending plan released by the government, and it contains information where government going to spend its money. In simple, let's assume in your family your father earns and your mother will decide where to spend that money. She keeps some money for your education, home rent, grocery and some money for emergency purposes, right? So imagine this nation also a family, and the finance ministry of India is the mother of this family, and this ministry will decide where to spend government's money. In every year February, they publicly announce where government going to spend their money. So that is budget. And two, you need to understand what is fiscal deficit. Fiscal deficit means the gap between government's revenue and expenditure. For example, if government's expenditure is 100 rupees and government earns only 80 rupees, the 20 rupees is called fiscal deficit. And if government earns 100 rupees and government's expenditure also 100 rupees, that's called balanced budget. From our independence, we only have one balanced budget. We need to understand government have to rely on debt in every budget. From where government actually get the money? From borrowings, where government will issue bonds, investors will buy those bonds, and that is how government get the money. And 19% from tax collector. When people earn money, they pay income tax. 18% from GST. Whenever you buy something, a small portion of money goes to government. 17% from corporate taxes, like big companies like Tata, Reliance, when they earn profit, they pay taxes to the government. 9% from non-tax revenue. Government earns 9% of its money from dividend payable by the big companies like Coal India, NSE, Reserve Bank and many PSUs like that. And government earns 6% of its money from excise duty. Whenever you buy products like petroleum and alcohol, a portion of money go to the government in the form of excise duty. Government's 5% of revenue comes from the custom duty. Government earns 5% of its revenue from imports and export duties. And government earns 1% of its revenue from loan recovery, like getting loan repayments from state governments, listing PSUs like NSE and LIC. Those things will give 1% of revenue to the government. Now you understand how does government earn the money. Now let's understand where does government spends its money. 25.2% of government money goes to the loans and interest payments. Like when government issue the bonds to investors, it's get money, right? Government have to pay interest for it. 25.2% of government money goes to this interest payments. 13.3% of government money goes to the defense and military resources. 9% of government revenue goes to subsidiaries like food, fertilizers, petroleum. So these subsidies will make essential goods more affordable. 32% of government money goes to the central sector schemes like PM Kisan, Jai Jawan Mission, Ayushman Bharat. 10.7% of government money goes to the centrally sponsored schemes like Pradhan Mantri Yojana, National Health Mission, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. 4.6% of the government revenue goes to the pensions to financially support the retired employees. 5.2% of government money goes to the other expenditures like administrative cost and miscellaneous expenses. Now let's talk about the recent budget. This budget brings the game-changing update for income tax. Previously, you don't have to pay tax if your income under 7 lakhs rupees. Now it raised to 12 lakhs. Now you don't have to pay tax if your income is below 12 lakhs. For example, Priya is a salaried software engineer who earns 12 lakhs annually. Under the new tax regimes, her income is tax-free since it's below 12 lakhs threshold. And if you see Rohan, also a business owner, and he also earns 12 lakhs. Since he also fall under the 12 lakhs threshold, his income is tax-free under the new tax regime, just like Priya's. If Priya and Rohan follow the old tax regimes, they have to pay 1,50,000 as a tax. Now they are going to own 1,50,000 disposable income. Sectors like restaurant and dining, automobile, tourism will see huge growth because this guy is going to spend this money mostly in these sectors. Other key update in this budget, TDS on interest income raised from 50,000 to 1 lakh. For example, Mr. Sharma, a 70-year-old retiree, earns 90,000 as interest from his bank FDs. Since this is within the 1 lakh, the bank won't deduct the TDS. But if he earn 1,20,000 in interest, TDS will be deducted on 20,000 rupees. Not only that, TDS on dividend income also increased from 5,000 to 10,000. TDS from post office schemes increased from 50,000 to 1 lakh. TCS also increased from 7 lakhs to 10 lakhs. This TCS is a small amount of money government cut when you send your money to the abroad. And remember, this TDS and TCS, if deducted, they're not gone permanently. When you file tax, you're going to get back those money in your bank account. Other key highlight in this budget is expansion of the medical education. Government planning to add 10,000 medical seats to address the shortage of the healthcare professionals, to improve the country's medical service across the nation. In this budget, government allocated the substantial amount of the fund for educational schemes. Major schemes like Samagra Shiksha Abhinaya, it aimed to provide comprehensive education support and improve schools infrastructure in the rural region. And PM SHRI scheme to modernize schools and provide quality education to the rural schools. Government allocated the 5,000 crores for artificial intelligence. Other key update in this budget is providing guaranteed funds for micro and small enterprises. In this scheme, government planning to provide collateral-free credit up to 5 crores to the small and micro enterprises. In this budget, government announced the credit limit for Kisan credit cards. Previously it was 3 lakhs, now it raised to 5 lakhs. Now farmers will get credit at low interest rates, around 4%. It's a really helpful thing to a farmer who bring credit at 15 to 20% interest. In this budget, custom duty has been removed for the spacious minerals like cobalt, lithium ion, copper and zinc. And government proposed the custom duty exception for 36 life-saving drugs, which will use it to treat cancer and chronic conditions. And this budget, government reduced the import duty on certain parts which were used to manufacture the mobile phones, computers and TVs. So because of this, the prices of these products will go down in future. In this budget, Bihar received the special attention and central government allocated several important projects to the Bihar to improve Bihar's infrastructure and economy of the Bihar. Central government is planning to set up a Makana board in Bihar to market the Makana, which will help the Bihar farmers for marketing Makana. And government also planning to build an airport on Bihar to improve traveling experience in the Bihar. And government also allocated funds for Western Koshi Canal project. And government also planning to build IITs in the Bihar to improve the education system in the Bihar. Those are the key announcements in the budget. I'm providing budget PDF in the description. Please check it out. Thank you for watching and make sure you like and subscribe and hit on that bell icon.